Hello, beautiful people. This is just a short talk about divorce. I'll probably go more into depth about this later on, but I have been divorced for 7 years, and there are a lot of emotions that go along with that. There's the guilt, there's shame, there's anger. You feel defeated, and all of those different emotions, and all of them are perfectly natural. It's important to actually let it sink in. Once you've done everything you could do, um, and it's pretty much come to the point where, you know, there's nothing you can do about it. You've done everything you could do. The other person is not cooperating, or is not putting in the same effort or an effort at all to try to reconcile the marriage and set it on the right path. You just have to let it soak in, and it's okay to take as much time as you need. There's no time frame on it, and everyone is different. Everyone has their own experiences. Everyone has their own level of energy that they've put into their marriage, their own time, different amounts of time they've put into their marriage. So, it's different for each and every person. It may take 6 months for somebody. It may take a year, 5 years, or maybe even closer to 10 for some people to, fully get over what happened in that marriage and the demise of that marriage, and to be able to properly move on with a clear conscience and a clear heart. Um, and again, it's okay to be angry, it's okay to cry, and most definitely it's okay just to be still and to think and to process, you know, what went wrong, what were your faults, what was, the faults or the downfalls, pitfalls or whatnot of your spouse, and what you both could have done differently. Of course, you can't change that person. The only thing you can do is, evaluate your shortcomings and try to change them and benefit them so that you don't repeat it. It's also extremely important to get therapy. I can't stress that enough. Counseling was definitely a lifesaver during my divorce because it was really hard. Um, I was married by default for 5 years, and I say default because we were separated probably half of the marriage, and of course, we were separated the last year of the marriage because that's what my state requires. And it was very hard, especially that year of separation where you're in limbo. You're trying to hold on to little straws here and there, hoping that the person comes back, but really in your heart, you know that is not going to work, especially if it hadn't worked in the time all the way up to that. um, so yes, it is okay to let it go after you've taken the time that you needed to process it and to make your final decision. For me, I was heavily in Christianity at the time, so a lot of things weighed heavily on me about divorce and being able to get remarried. And even after I was divorced, being able to get remarried was something that was very heavy on my heart because I've always wanted to be married. And so that marriage failing for me was a very hard hit. And especially, when you have different religious perspectives that tell you, okay, well, you can't get married again if your husband's still living, and it's adultery, and et cetera, et cetera, et cetera. But you have to come to the Most High, with a clear heart, and conscious. You have to get to that point where you have consulted with Him and made peace with Him, and made peace with the decision, and made peace with your personal circumstances, because they are just yours. No one's relationship, marriage, divorce, or anything like that is exactly the same. And He is the perfect judge. Only he is the perfect judge. So don't let that burden weigh on you about other people's opinions, religious opinions, and doctrines and things of that nature. Um, and I wanted to say that your life is not over. It does not matter your age. It doesn't matter your circumstances, how many children you have, money issues, the debt you may incur while going through a divorce. Your life is not over. If you're living and breathing, it's another chance. Every day, every moment is another chance, and every situation that you have been through, you survived it, and you will survive this as well. And it's okay. It is okay. Um, it's okay to change your mind. And to be honest with you, it's essential that you change your mind, because when you change your mind, you change your life. And it's extremely important to change those different, thought patterns and traditions that have no ground, to be honest with you. They're just, things that people have done just because someone before them did it, So get out of that fear, and don't stay in something, especially not marriage, just because you want to be able to say you're still married, because children feel that, children see that, they see that friction, they see that, that dishonesty, that you're living, and especially if it's a bad situation, especially like a domestic violence or some type of other, abuse that may be going on. Children are brutally honest. So if you ask them, or if they gave you their opinion, a lot of children will say, why are you still here? Why are you still doing this? Because, they love their parents and they want the best for them. And, a lot of children will say, especially ones that are old enough to actually understand, they'll know the benefit of peace, So, get up, get dressed, change your mindset, be the best that you can be, and start living. Be blessed, and thank you all for watching.